Good evening. Thank you for being with us here tonight. This is Prince William County Schools. My name is Dave Beavers. I am facilitating the naming of the currently referred to Potomac Shores Middle School for the naming committee. I'm joined tonight by the Potomac Shores Middle School Naming Committee. The committee is composed of Chairman at Large Bobber Lateef. Good evening, Dr. Lateef. Vice Chairwoman Lori Williams from the Woodbridge District, and Justin Wilk, School Board Member from the Potomac District. We're here tonight to start the process of giving a name to our newest middle school, and that's Potomac Shores Middle School. And we call it Potomac Shores Middle School because it's under construction within the Potomac Shores community. Before we get started, I'd like to recognize a few individuals who are with us here tonight but won't be seen on the webinar. First, Mr. Bill Bixby, Associate Superintendent for Middle Schools. Also, Mr. Al Shiroki, Associate Superintendent for Support Services. And finally, Mr. Joseph Murgo, the principal of the new Potomac Shores Middle School. Thank you all for being here with us tonight. Now let's go ahead and get underway. Next slide, please. Perfect. All right, a little background to get us started. School Board Policy 854 calls for the creation of a naming committee, but also notes that the final approval of the school facility name rests with the entire school board. Next slide, please. Regulation 854-1 tells us that the naming committee will be comprised of the chairman of the school board, in this case, Dr. Lateef, the school board member in whose district the unnamed facility is located. In this case, Mr. Justin Wilk represents the Potomac district. And also any school board member whose district is overlapped by the attendance area for the unnamed facility. Ms. Lori Williams represents the Woodbridge district, which will have some of its residents' students assigned to the new middle school. Next slide, please. It's important to note that the committee is charged to consider these naming criteria: geographic elements, historical items, or names of living or deceased persons who've made significant service contributions to the community. Now, please note that the selection preference will be given to those individuals who have made significant contributions to the field of education, especially within Prince William County. Next slide, please. The naming committee is charged with holding a community input meeting in order to solicit recommendations and suggestions from the public. That meeting is tonight. In terms of a timeline, staff will present the naming of Potomac Shores Middle School to the school board on October 7th, and then the school board will take action on the topic on October 21st. Now, there are opportunities for the public to speak at both of those school board meetings, and we highly encourage folks to take advantage of that opportunity. There's also, as we'll discuss later, an opportunity for parents and citizens to submit written comments so that the school board can review those. Next slide, please. Now here's just an aerial view of the new school. As you can see, construction is adjacent to the Potomac River, which you can see in the background there. Everything is moving forward with construction, and the school in 2021 to 2022 school year. The school is located on Woods View Drive in Dumfries within the Potomac Shores community. It falls within the Potomac Magisterial District. Next slide, please. So now it's time for staff and the committee to hear from you during a public forum. Mr. Townsend, would you like to review the guidelines for our speakers tonight?
Absolutely, Mr. Beavers. Thank you. The speakers will be called on in the order that they signed up for the citizen comment time. 2 minutes will be allotted to each speaker, and we'll give you a few seconds to go ahead and unmute yourself as you're called on. And if you're present but unable to hear you, we'll circle back, and if we're still having technical difficulties, we'll ask that you submit your written feedback at the shortened link on the slide by 12 o'clock p.m. noon on Tuesday, October 21st, so that we can send that feedback to the board and make sure that your feedback is included in that. As we call your name, please state your name, your school community, or the school your child or children attend, along with your naming suggestion and any information to support your suggestion. All right, let's pull the timer up here. And our first guest is Ms. Renee Fry. Mr. Renee Fry. All right, you are muted on your side. If you will unmute, your mic is live on our side.
There we go. How's that? Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, Dr. Lateef, Ms. Williams, and Mr. Wilk. My name is Renee Fry, Potomac District. Thank you for affording the public an opportunity to provide input into naming the Potomac Shores Middle School. Over the past 25 years, I've been involved in every facet of the development of Cherry Hill and Potomac Shores communities while serving as a planning commissioner for the Potomac District. As you are aware, the Potomac Schools Middle School site was proffered by the developer through our efforts of Woodbridge and Potomac District supervisors and their appointed teams. It is my honor this evening to recommend that the Potomac Shores Middle School be named after Hilda Barg. Hilda Barg has lived on Cherry Hill Road for the past 87 years. Her dedicated service and accomplishments to Prince William County and its citizens is nothing less than admirable. The following are a few of Ms. Barg's accomplishments. She was a supervisor at Woodbridge District for 20 years. She built the first homeless shelter in Prince William County. She secured the land and led the initiative that established the first VRE train station in Woodbridge. She secured and led the initiative for the development of the Compton roller skate park. As supervisor of Woodbridge District and a member of the negotiation team of the Potomac Shores development, we were successful in the developer proffering 3 school sites, 2 baseball fields, and a regional soccer complex. She presently serves as chair of the Prince William County Social Services Board, the Prince William County Housing Board, and Potomac Shores Citizens Development Authority. As a person of faith, Ms. Barg continues to advocate for people with essential needs. She works tirelessly each day in supporting our citizens with housing and food, and I know no other person in Prince William County who has dedicated more time and passion to serving her community. I hope you will reward Ms. Barg for her many years of dedicated service to Prince William County and the Potomac and Woodbridge districts by naming the Potomac Shores Middle School in her honor. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. To our future speakers, I failed to mention that we do have a Spanish translator available tonight. Mr. Peter Batista is available if you're more comfortable in your speaking Spanish and you would like Mr. Batista to translate for us. We certainly have that service available. So I apologize for not mentioning that earlier. Please, Mr. Townsend.
Great. Our next speaker is M.A. Sargo. Your mic is muted on your side and you're live on our side.
Good evening, Dr. Lateef, Justin Wilk. My name is M.A. Sardo, and I live in the Potomac District, where I have resided for the last 16 and a half years. I would like to suggest and support the idea of naming the new middle school in Potomac Shores after our most famous resident, Hilda Bark, former county supervisor representing the Woodbridge area, and also encouraging and guarding the development of the Potomac District in Prince William County. One of the first things my husband and I did when we moved to the Potomac District was to have a social event at our house, a roundtable discussion with Supervisor Hildebarg and our new neighbors. That was the beginning of my relationship with Hilda, a true historian of Dumfries and Prince William County. Our paths have crossed on numerous times on a regular basis as I found the need to glean information about this wonderful place that I call home. Hilda's background as a lifelong resident of Potomac, a businesswoman and county supervisor, has selflessly given me numerous opportunities to understand the development of this region and has often provided insight into the complexity of the issues we face here in Potomac. Mrs. Bark has participated in many committees in the county, and that is easy to recognize the dedication she has to the citizens, schools, and businesses that we encounter every day. Among other accomplishments, she has worked tirelessly supporting the Potomac Hospital, now Centera, Northern Virginia Health Center, project after project, building a tremendous facility like no other here in Prince William County. Mrs. Bark has been proactive in bringing homeless shelter services, PRT, omnibus, commuter parking, and numerous road enhancements to our county. Prince William County can now recognize another thriving community within our borders, the beautiful new Potomac Shores. Much of the efforts of Hilda Bark has led the way by communicating to developers, county staff, citizens, and supervisors to secure the largest development in the eastern part of Prince William. For this reason and many others, I believe that the middle school in Potomac Shores should be named after Hilda Bark.
Great. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is George Preston. You're unmuted on our side.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yep.
Okay, yes. Thank you for the time to speak today. My name is George Preston, and I'm a resident of here at Potomac Shores and actually live on the street where the school will be created. I also have a fourth grade son at Covington Harper Elementary School. So when he gets older, he will be going to this new middle school. I do appreciate the fact of Hilda Bark being nominated. However, I would suggest basing it on a landmark or a non-name school name in general. My suggestions are the following. My first thought was Potomac Shores Middle School to go with the standard. I think there will be just less drama in the future with a school that's not named after a person. But actually, after thinking about it, to be more inclusive, we were kind of brainstorming in the community, and one of the names that popped up was Shoreline Middle School. That way, it's more inclusive of the surrounding communities that may be attending the school. So it's not just, Potomac Shores residents. It's also inclusive of other Woodbridge and Potomac area residents. So my vote would be for Shoreline Middle School. It would just be a nice name for the community. There's, the middle school is right near the water. But yeah, my second choice would be Potomac Shores Middle School, just to keep it generic and based on the location, kind of like Swan Creek Elementary, which I believe is around the corner. I think a location-based name is more appropriate than a name-based. There could be, of course, other ways to honor Hilda Barg, which I think we can think of many other ways that we can definitely celebrate her for the achievements that she's done. But I think for the middle school, I think a location-based name would be best appropriate, and my choice is Shoreline Middle School. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Eileen Thrall. Your mic is unmuted.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm Eileen Thrall. Chairman Lateef, Vice Chair Williams, and Potomac District Member Wilk, thank you for the opportunity to share my suggestion for the name of the new middle school located in Potomac Shores on the Cherry Hill Peninsula. I live on Quantico Creek Bay, which is the southern border of the Cherry Hill Peninsula. I first moved to the area 49 years ago due to my husband's love of the water. At that time, there was virtually no shopping in the area. However, on the corner of US 1 in the town of Dumfries, there was a small shop called the Little Shoebox. I stopped by several times and in the process learned that the owner was a person who, if she knew someone in the community needed shoes, especially the school children, and couldn't afford them, she saw that they were taken care of. That person, the owner, was Hilda Bard. I believe the new school building should be named in honor of Hilda. Why? Whenever I think of the Cherry Hill Peninsula, now Potomac Shores, I think of Hilda and her family. She has done so much for Prince William County. As a supervisor for 20 years, securing 3 school sites in Potomac Shores, as a member of the Potomac Hospital, now Centerra Board of Directors for 20 years, the Council of Governments, the Northern Virginia Planning Commission, Northern Virginia Transportation Board, the Potomac Shores Community Development Authority, and so much more. I couldn't even name them all here. Please consider naming the school for Hilda, who has given so much to our community and continues to serve today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Our next guest is Brett Colson. Brett is not on. We'll move on to Michael Lewis. Your mic is unmuted.
Okay, I'm here, right?
Yep, we can hear you.
My name is Michael Lewis, and I live in the Brittany neighborhood with my daughter and her 2 daughters that both are at Grand Park. My youngest is in 6th grade there, so next year she would be one of the first 7th graders that would be attending. We have been calling this school Potomac Shores for more than a year, so I think that it doesn't hurt to keep it that name. I agree that Mrs. Barg sounds like a wonderful person, but do the children know her enough to give her that name rather than maybe the library or something else? I do think that when a school is in a neighborhood or an area, that the children have more of a connection to it when it's about them. And it would be if it was Potomac Shores or Cherry Hill or Shoreline. Any of those give the kids ownership of the school and includes everyone in that. So that would be one of the things I would say. She doesn't sound like she would have any controversy with her name later, but in the political era that we're in, naming things after a person doesn't always work out. The other thing I would like to say is that there is a lot of talk online about what's going on with back to school in November, how many people will get live teaching versus not. There is so much talk that it's crazy. And I don't want to sound controversial, but when I read one of the comments from Dr. Waltz to a person that somewhat was a bit scurrilous in his speaking about the school board, not listening to him, I didn't think that that was very helpful in trying to get the trust back, answer the questions instead of give your emotions would be a little bit better. Anyway, my vote for this school name is Potomac Shores, but I'm good with Cherry Hill or Shoreline as well. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Beavers, our last registered speaker, Chris Griffin, is not on the stream, so we will turn it back over to you.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Townsend. Thank you to all of our speakers that we've had tonight. It was great to hear the input from the community. Before we close up, I wanted to recognize 2 school board members who are in the audience. Miss Lisa Zargarpur from the Coles District and Ms. Jennifer Wall from the Gainesville District are both in attendance tonight and listening. So thank you all for joining us. Before we give committee members an opportunity to speak if they would wish, I think the school is going to be located in the Potomac District. So if Mr. Justin Wilk from the Potomac District, Mr. Wilk, would you like to share any closing comments with us tonight?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Beavers. I just got a message that Mary Jean Kellogg has signed up and she's waiting to talk. Is there anyone else in the room waiting to speak, or is that just...
Not that we know of. I think, Mr. Townsend, would it be a technical problem to allow Ms. Kellogg to speak?
Let me see if I can pull her up really quickly here.
I see her.
He is listed on the attendees.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can certainly allow her to unmute her so she can make a few comments if she'd like.
She was on my list from the clerk, so I'm just confused. That's okay. I mean, if she can speak, but
Sure. All right. She is unmuted on our side.
Thank you, school board members, for your time and everything that you do for the district. I'm Mary Jean Kellogg. I have lived in the Potomac district for 43 years, and I was librarian at John Patty Elementary for 33 years, and I have two daughters who teach at schools in the Potomac district, Patty Elementary and Forest Park High School. I request that you approve the name of Potomac Shores Middle School for the new middle school in Dumfries. Many social media posts indicate that citizens thought that Potomac Shores was already the name and that it was the perfect choice to serve the community as well as a reflection of it. The policy of naming schools after people creates divisiveness and controversy and needs to end with this era of ever-changing historical interpretation. Your time would be better spent along with the money dedicated to benefit the children and their needs. There are other ways to recognize individuals in school building rooms, such as the library, gym, athletic facilities, or other special rooms. Potomac Shores Middle School as a name brings pride and school spirit to the students in the community. But since I heard of the other suggestion, the shoreline, I like that also. I am opposed to naming after people, but I think Hilda Barg Library sounds great, and I have met her through her dear friend Betty Covington. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you, Ms. Kellogg. We appreciate your comments. Mr. Wilk, would you care to offer us any closing comments at this point?
yeah, no, thank you, Mr. Beavers. Thank you, Collective Group, hosting this tonight. I want to encourage residents to keep on sending us emails about the name suggestions. We've had a number of emails come at us about different naming options. I'm trying to also, I've already done a virtual meeting with the HOA at Potomac Shores, trying to do another one with Brittany and trying to do another one with Southbridge, which includes Swans Creek, to hear resident input on that. So thank you in trying to reach out to those individuals. I've stated all along that my strong preference is to name this after geographic locations or the area which it is and not a person. But again, the community will speak and I will listen to the residents. More specifically, the residents who have children who will actually be going to Potomac Shores, because I think that's going to have the biggest impact because those are the students who are going to go to that school. And so that is kind of where I'm at right now. And I want to thank everyone, but I'm only one person of this naming committee, and I'm also one person of an 8-person school board. So, you have to get consensus, and we will talk amongst each other the next couple of weeks as names continue to come. And please send your suggestions to all of us. I personally know Ms. Barg. She and I actually had talked this August about the naming. Again, I encourage people to continue to reach out to the board. I thank her for her service, but I also like the names that have been coming forward, whether it be Cherry Hill, Potomac Shores, or Shoreline. So again, thank you all for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Wilk. I would like to point everyone's attention to the address on the screen there under community feedback, the bit.ly/POT Shores MS input. That will direct folks to a written input form that will provide input to all of the naming committee members that we update on a frequent basis. So please feel free to direct your written comments to that link on the internet. So thank you, Mr. Wilk. Now we'll go to our chairwoman, Miss Miss Lori Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Beavers. I know all these L's, right? We're in pandemic time here. I appreciate it. I just want to thank everyone for attending. As always, my choice is a geographic location, as I often say, but I think that our constituent base comes first, and so we'll always be listening and attentive to the needs of the community. I appreciate Mr. Wilk for allowing me to work collaboratively with him on this naming. I share a large group of constituents that will be attending the school. So as always, I thank you to everyone who attended, all of our staff for hosting and putting this together. And I hope to hear more from our public as this process moves along. So I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Williams. Last but not least, our chairman, Dr. Lateef. Would you like to offer us any comments as we close, Dr. Lateef?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Beavers. I appreciate all the work your staff have done to organize this meeting and all the work you're doing to hear requests from folks about what we should be naming the school. I want to thank Justin Wilk and Vice Chair Williams for their hard work, and I look forward to working with them, and thank the public for calling in and telling us their thoughts about this new school's name. We're very excited to hear all the wonderful recommendations, and we really look forward to voting on it here in the future. Thank you all. And as Mr. Beavers pointed out, you can certainly go to the portal and let us know what your name thoughts are, and certainly email the school board. Thank you all, and be safe.
All right. Thank you all very much. We'll see you again on October 7th to present for information to the school board. Thanks very much, and please stay in touch.